Hi, I'm John, and this is Craig, and this is Corn on the Pod. So, who are we? I'm John Steins.
I'm Craig Smith.
And who are we, Craig?
Well, together we're the UK Doubles Championship champions currently.
We are indeed. UK Doubles, current champions. And whether they have doubles this season in the UKCL, we might stay UK champions, but hopefully they have a tournament this year, which would be nice.
Well, it's looking like they're going to have one in April for the doubles. They were saying about
That's
doubles
good.
on the Sunday in April. So your chance to defend.
I think they're getting it right this year. So it's I think they're making the right move. So it's looking really good and it's exciting, to be honest. I'm excited.
Yeah, it looks like a good season ahead.
Yeah. So who are we? So we've both been playing cornhole for just under 2 years. I think I'm a little 10 weeks longer than you, probably, something like that.
Yeah, I would say just over a year and a half.
Right, yeah, that sounds about right. And we started off, I made boards and we started in the village hall. Then we found out about UKCL, started going to tournaments, met Craig. You got in touch with us, I think, didn't you?
Yeah, when I was looking for clubs, local clubs to me, and yours was the most local club,
So
which was
3.5 hours down the road.
Yeah, that
was your local club. That's good. But you've got a club now.
Yeah.
And it's
Building slowly. Get in there.
Yeah, it's
a good bunch of people.
Nice little clubs like ours. Ours just a little club.
Yeah.
It's we're not in a big city, so it's like it's hard to get people into the club. But that's where it is. So from the starting off, actually starting off, I went to the first tournament and I think I got 5th place.
Yeah.
Which I was chuffed a bit with that. It's like, and then I've only just gone downhill since. Where up and down. But yeah, and we've both sort of learned as we've gone, really, going to tournaments and playing in the club. And obviously, I've got boards down there, downstairs, and that I practice every day. It's believe it or not. But your practice, you're sort of limited to your club night and it's outside.
And good weather, which being on the east coast of Scotland doesn't come very often.
No.
But when it does come, I make the most of it. I'll have the boards out in the garden for 4 or 5 hours on a good day. I think I've had that twice this year.
It shows. It can't all just be total skill. It's got to be a bit of practice in there as well.
There's definitely about 95% skill.
And I suppose, like, being the probably the best player in Scotland.
Yeah.
The highest ranked player in Scotland, maybe. It's you've got a bit of a title there. Oh. You know what I mean? It's obviously we've all got sort of titles, All right. have you not got one of these?
Here comes Major John.
I think. Well, other than that, probably the next best result was obviously our doubles win.
Yeah.
In the UKCL, and then I've had a runner-up in one of the qualifiers, which I was pleased with. It's getting that. So the reason we're doing the podcast, well, not that so much the reason, but what we're going to cover on the podcast, it's quite different to a lot of other podcasts. We're going to cover tournaments. So either upcoming tournaments, we'll talk about them. We'll give you our predictions. Whether Craig is going to play well or not, we'll see, because we always have a practice before doing this.
It should
podcast.
maybe be a prediction whether I'm going to turn up or not.
That's more to the point. So we always have a practice when Craig comes down, and today I think he was on form. He got the better of me. So. Which is, I don't think that's always the case, or is it, Craig?
It's not been the last twice I've been doing. No.
So we'll give you our sort of predictions. I'll tell you who we think is going to do well. Not so much win, but who's going to do well, and sort of we'll pick different people and we'll talk about different players. We'll also talk about ACL and ACO tournaments. So not just UKCL. We're also going to do things like how to get started in cornhole for beginners. We'll try and give you information if you're a beginner out there. How to get started, whether it's getting your own boards or joining a club. We'll also give you tips on playing. We're not obviously the best players in the world, but we're pretty decent, and we've been through the sort of from a beginner up to where we are now. So we'll give you our tips on how to improve your game, and even going into detail on how to play different shots, things like that, and tactics in the game, stuff like that. Rules and regulations.
Love rules.
Craig is our rules and regulations expert, and if he doesn't know it, it doesn't exist. So we'll talk to you and explain that. And yes, there's times when we might have a little bit of controversy because Craig's here, obviously, and he likes his rules. But it's different in the UKCL. Rules are a little bit more relaxed to ACO and ACL. Equipment. What equipment you need? Obviously, you've got to be buying charge boards and charge bags, but we'll give you other options as well. But we'll also explain all about our bag range and our boards. I'll show you videos on making the boards, making the bags. We'll give you a lot of details on how what the boards are like. So if you are considering buying one, you can see exactly what it's like. Where to play, so as in clubs, or whether you just get your own boards and you take them to the park, stuff like that. What else we got on here? Tournament results and reports, which is always a good one. So when we've been to a tournament, a UKCL one, we'll give you a report of that event. Not a massive, in-depth sort of thing, but we'll just little bits out of it, and we'll try and get some photographs and some video clips as well. We're going to have guests, and we should have guests from the UK, USA, and Europe lined up. So Craig's going to the States soon. He's going to get in touch with some people, and we'll see if we can get them on the podcast. And we also want to do some live podcasts as well. So you can join us, you can give us your feedback, you can join in the conversation, and which will be fun. Definitely will be fun. So saying about you going to the Worlds, should we talk about that one?
Could do.
So how and why are you going to the Worlds? ACL Worlds, that is, not ACL.
Yeah, ACL Worlds. So the ACL Worlds is on for the 21st of July to the 26th of July. I'm going over from the 20th to the 27th, so I'm there from the first bag thrown to the last bag thrown, which will be fantastic. It'll be an awesome spectacle to see.
Yeah.
The thing that I'm actually looking forward to the most is I love the sound of bags hitting the board, and just that amount of boards in the one place with bags hitting on it, that is going to be an awesome sound, an awesome atmosphere. I can't wait. Looking forward to it.
And a lot of bags going in the hole over there as well.
Yeah.
Some good players, really good players. Do you think you can hold your own over there?
No. Maybe we're drinking, but no, we're throwing cornhole bags. But
I don't know.
Like the plan is to try and learn, to try and absorb as much information as I can, speak to as much people as I can, try and get as much tips off people as I can, which I may also record that we could put out as well.
Yeah.
And hopefully come back a more rounded player.
Yeah. I mean, amazing experience, and I'm sure I will try to get over myself. I can't this year. I'm way too busy. But I'm jealous. I really am. I wish I was coming with you.
I wish you were coming as well. It'd be good to have my doubles partner.
We would have had a good doubles team.
Yeah.
But you'll find a good player for the doubles, I'm sure. It's that'll be good. And we'll, on one of the next episodes, when Craig gets back, we'll do a report, and you can tell us all about it and show us some videos and stuff.
Yeah.
Which again, I'll be jealous, but it'll be awesome. Yeah, I'm looking forward to that. It's going to be brilliant. All right. Oh, one last thing before we come off that one. Which bags are you taking?
I'll be taking a set of Dominators and a set of Assassins.
So Dominators, which is our 4-speed bottom fabric, and you're
Yep.
taking the Assassins, which is our 6-speed
Yeah.
hybrid. So this is a carpet and this is a hybrid. So why are you taking them?
Well, the hybrid
Is
carpet, because in different changing conditions, it plays consistently in changing conditions. So, obviously, I don't know what the conditions is going to be like over there. But if it's, as long as there's not much humidity and things like that, I'm most likely to show the Dominators. I prefer to throw the bag hard. And if I use the Assassins and it's fast boards, I will throw them off the back. So that's if the only reason that the Assassins would get used is if there's high humidity or if the boards are really slow. But then if that is the case, when I'm throwing them, they play very similar to the Dominators anyway.
Yeah. And you can, as I've seen today in practice, your blocks are amazing and your roll bags are like out of this world.
It's been a vast improvement on the roll bags over the last wee while.
Even though I'm still convinced that an airmail is a better shot, but it's we have this argument about roll bags and airmails, which is the more useful shot. But we'll maybe go into that one in a lot more detail in another episode, because it could go on a while.
It could.
We'll maybe do some.
Because there's things that we both agree on about both shots.
Yes, there is.
In certain situations of play, and that's the thing. It depends on what the score is in the round and what the situation. And there's situations like that we spoke about, and we've both agreed a roll shot would be better there, a nail shot. But on the overall picture of things, we're on the opposite side of that fence.
I'm slightly biased because obviously my roll shot isn't quite there yet. But for tournament use, but I'm getting there and I'm practicing it. I'm trying to learn it, because at some point I will find a use for that roll shot. But for the minute, my airmail's pretty good, and
for the time you've put into your airmails, for the time and effort you've put into your airmails, you're doing okay.
But roll shot, obviously, as you progress, is got to be an important shot. Definitely, it is. Right, so that's your bags that you're taking. What are you going to bring back?
Probably not Dominators and Assassins.
Don't be giving them away. Jesus.
I might need room in my case. I've only got a certain amount of weight I can bring back.
Yeah, bring back some of the bags. It'd be awesome. So we're keeping this podcast is a short one. This is just an introduction to what we're going to be doing, and what we're all about. So hopefully we'll sort of give you an idea, and make sure you subscribe to it if you want to see more, because we're trying to vary it an awful lot to suit a lot of people, and we'll keep it interesting for you, and we will have a laugh, especially when Craig's here. We've got Daniel Lilly. He's going to come and join me in this seat when Craig's away, so which will be fun, and I'm sure we'll have other people in this seat as well.
Which will actually make me the first guest from America.
well, it won't. And we're not going to be doing these on a weekly basis, because we're going to. It could end up being 2 weeks, 3 weeks, or it might be weekly, or we might do 2 in a week, because it's getting the content for it. We don't want to just churn something out every week and it not be. We might be a bit desperate some weeks, so we'll try and keep it fairly consistent. But there might be a 2 week gap somewhere where we need more sort of content to give you. We want to make it interesting for you. So, what's the goodbye catchphrase, Craig? Have you come up with it?
Goodbye.
Hold on. Remember on the memo? Did you not get the memo about coming up with a catchphrase?
No.
Next episode, maybe.
Yeah.
Next episode, we'll have a catchphrase. Right, well, we'll leave it at that for now. I'm John, this is Craig, and we've been Corn on the Pod.